Okay, this is the part 4 of the conversation between Denis, his colleague that was in one place, and Tariel Kapanadze, who was in his home probably. That happened at September 10 of 2010. I did have problems to understand what they're talking about due to the voice track that was soundtrack that was very much unclear. So what I did is I have actually connected the headset, which will probably help me out, and I'm gonna repeat part of the previous third part of the video, which I was not really very much satisfied with that. I couldn't really hear the words, so let's go into that. But before that, the short story about history of Tariel that was discussed over there. Well, Tariel was talking in the first video about his pastime and the time of the Soviet Union falling apart. Then he was talking about in 1994 when he started to present his device, and everybody was looking at him like he was out of his mind, or he was affairist. Affairist means somebody who is trying to create a trouble. That person could be sent by the government to invigilate or see the opinion of other people, or that guy might be the criminal who is trying to do something illegal, or that guy might be the guy who is trying to put others into the trouble. So the people were kind of avoiding him. Then he said about his trip to Switzerland and signing the contract with the Swiss guys. I wasn't very much sure about the name of the company. In one of the sentences I said, I'm gonna sue them Soviet way. Not very much sure if that was the Soviet way, but that might be the name of the entity in the Switzerland. The problem with the Kapanadze was that he signed the contract according to the law of Switzerland, and all of the court proceedings or any other proceedings should be with respect to the Swiss law. So therefore, he was talking about filing the lawsuit in Switzerland, but it takes at first time, and at second it takes money. Now, we do not know, we may only assume that whoever did sign the contract, maybe they wanted time to work for this entity or for these guys, for the technology to not see the daylight. But that's my personal opinion. Opinion expressed in here are on my own. The word translation equals opinion, and I'm entitled to express my opinion based on the law of United States of America, giving me the rights to the free speech. And that's what I'm doing in here. So the translation is my opinion in here. Let's start it. Well, a flame-treated iron. Did you use that? No, I did not. I never used it. Well, when others says that resonance is needed, not needed, use bifilar coils, we can do it with it, without it. I don't know. I know what I was able to achieve. and they were talking. The people were talking. They went to Nichenko to buy. I'm gonna go back with that track. They were talking that I went to Nichenko to buy parts. So Nichenko must be somebody who is either now with the Swiss guys or somebody. And he says he denies that I was never buying from him. I was barely able to find the money to do something, not to buy the part, and that not to buy the part is my comment, additional to the translation. I'm gonna go back with the track. Yeah, I was doing my job under the staircase in my basement. The devil knows. It's just the wording they use. Like God knows, whoever knows what I was doing to achieve that. I have never had a lab. No, yes. Oh, yes.
Так что никаких видит, ребят. Но смотря какую схему делают, я видел,
I did not understand that part. Due to the poor video, I'm gonna go back.
Так что никаких видит, ребят. Но смотря какую схему.
Well, but let's see which schematic.
Делают, я видел, Фролов именно Сидечников заставлял.
I don't understand that part. Oh, he's probably talking about the competition of you. I understood that was on one of the videos there was the younger guy in between the Kapanadze. That was not on the video, that was on a picture that is available in here. I'm not gonna just look for it because I'm gonna lose the track. This guy happened to be the trader, at least I understand. This guy was trying to do some kind of business with others. I don't know if that is gonna be in front of me or that was past me, but from that comment that I understood was that he was talking to other guys, probably the Swiss guys, or the guys that were on the show when he was presenting for the first time his device with the green box, and he was talking about 100 pieces, whatever pieces to be done, and he was very close to do that. He never constructed that device, and he came to Tariel and he says, "Look, we have we can sell that much." And he said, "What is that you're trying to do? Are you trying to give me an order or order the parts from me and then resell it?" I mean, let's go further to the translation. Well, with the chemistry of Tesla, there was no ferrites. Yes, he was using, but he was using what? Transformers. Yes, he was. Yes, he was utilizing transformers for the AC current.
Ты знаешь эти будки, трансформатор? Ты же знаешь, что передача по проводам. Ты же знаешь эти будки, трансформатор? Ты же знаешь, что передача по проводам.
Знаю, конечно.
Ну,
You know, the передача means transmission using wires.
трансформаторов у него в Филиппе есть.
In these transformers, he has ferrites. I understand that both of them use improper terminology. Ferrite consists from the iron powder that was treated by oxidation, and then it was bonded using a bonding compound into the form that was later on utilized. The characteristic of that ferrite is that all of the particles, the small parts of the ferrites, are isolated, and they have no electrical contact with each other. That's why the resistance of the ferrite is very high. Tesla did not have that. I was reading the books from 1800 or close to 1900. They were using the soft iron metal that was rusted, and there were wires of the iron metal, and they were twisted together and put into the early stage from 1800 end of the century to early 1900 as a core that served similar way to today's known ferrites, but the performance was not nearby of the one that could be achieved right now. Permeability was not known as the factor and the measure that we could achieve or is available to us, including the measurement devices for that. I utilize in my own lab two devices, but it's not the time in this video to actually discuss that.
этого никто не откажется. Это глупо. Но когда он начинал генерировать энергию,
I'm gonna go back with the truck.
от этого никто не откажется. Это глупо. Но
Nobody's gonna deny what Tesla was able to achieve. That would be stupid. But
он начинал генерировать энергию с окружающей среды, там изменения, там не было трансформации.
when he started to gather the energy from surrounding environment, окружающая среда means everything that is surrounding us. Now, at this point, I make another part of the comment that is entirely not on the video. Well, if you have the Earth and then you have the ionosphere, the potential that is between ionosphere and the Earth is in the amount of 250,000 of volts. That means that if we put any plate in between the two plates, where the first one would be the Earth and the second one would be the ionosphere, then actually this plate will have a potential in between the upper or the lower one, and it will have a fraction of the total potential between the primary two of them. So the ham radio amateurs were able to find out that the dipole for, let's say, a 20 meters, which would be the horizontal antenna, the piece of wire, a cut in half of about 20-meter length, and then the concentric wire was connected to the rig, which we did the ham radio transmitter. They were able to find that that was in Florida. I've heard the testimony of one of them. The potential of over 200 volts between the arm of the antenna and the ground. Of course, it's not only the voltage, it's the current which actually stays for the power. Let me go to the translation. Now I see very much easiness to do something productive with that video.
Вот взял с сети на фазу по 2 ампера, это как раз тот опыт, который я проводил на заводе.
That I gotta repeat it.
С окружающей среды, там изменения, не было так.
When Tesla was taking the voltage from the surrounding environment, I'm sorry, but there was no transformer over there. I don't know how should I understand that comment.
Вот взял с сети на фазу по 2 ампера, это как раз тот опыт, который я проводил на заводе Вестеля.
Well, what I understood from that was exactly like that. He I don't know who, takes from the grid 2 amperes and just a moment. And I was also doing that in the front of Destila. I don't know yet if he is referring to the guy that I was describing. Just a moment. That Vestila sound for me, there is definitely the name, but it doesn't sound like a Russian name or the name of Russian guy. It sounds maybe like Vestila might be the name of the entity that later on he signed a contract with. Yes, that it states about the entity, not about the. I was just showing them how do I do it. Okay, I have showed them how do I gather the energy. I show the power coils and how do I transfer to the power coils.
Просто им показал, вот, берется отсюда, там стоял стеклянный стол, стеклянный...
Okay, and I simply show them. I take it from here. There was a glass table that was standing over there. I showed them on the glass table.
Немножко стоит одна катушка, вторая чуть поменьше, это было.
Okay, I showed them a big coil and the second one a little bit smaller coil. And just a moment, I gotta go back to that.
Стоит одна катушка, вторая чуть поменьше, это была силовая катушка. Я оттуда как передавал вот эту энергию полученную.
And how did I take from over there, and how did I make this? Well, yes, I did take this energy from the surrounding environment. That's how I call it. Well, the white spark is actually the energy from surrounding environment, right? Yeah, yes, it is.
Получается, то уже идет преобразование в ток.
So it looks like from that moment we have the conversion to the current.
Да, да, передается в силовую катушку, и там
Yes, we are transforming that energy to the power coil,
преобразуется уже в электроэнергию. Заходи
and then this is being converted to the electrical energy.
по 4 квадрата, 3 провода, если обратить.
And I was using 4 square millimeter wires, and I'm gonna go back to that. How many wires? Just a moment.
Уже в электроэнергию. Заходили по 4 квадрата, 3 провода, если
Okay, 4 millimeter square thickness, 3 wires,
обратить внимание, как выходили вот такие кабели. Ну, очень кабели. Там их не счета стоят.
okay,
Заходили по 4 квадрата, 3 провода, если
заходили. They were connected 4 square millimeter 3 wires,
обратить внимание, как выходили вот такие кабели.
and they were outgoing, and I cannot understand that. The video is so poor.
Если обратить внимание, как выходили вот такие кабели. Ну, очень
He's probably using the Georgian words because I'm not able to understand it.
кабели. Там их не счета стоят. Все это их. Я просто приношу коробку, поставлю на стеклянную.
Okay. There are theirs, shita. I simply, what I did is, I took my green box and I put it on the table.
И еще начали выступать.
And they start to comment that. I did that, and it's like he complains about that fact. That he put a green box on the table, he just connect to whatever they had, and they start to make comments on it.
Потом предложили мне, давай, говорит, пойдем на остров.
Well, then they gave him a deal. They gave me a deal.
Все говорили нет, я сказал да. Если
Everybody was talking no, 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 and I said yes.
я сейчас с ними не поеду на остров, скажут, что я ошибся.
Ostrov, if I understand properly, Ostrov means island. But I may not understand it properly, but he says. Well, I said, if I don't go to Ostrov, they will gonna say that I'm aferist. Aferist means, again, the bad guy who is trying to do something wrong, or pose wrong, or just make everything, or I explained before what aferist means. It's various numbers of meanings. But at this point, it means that I'm not true. I'm lying, whatever.
Поехали на остров, сделали маленькую 10 киловатт.
We went to Ostrov. We have made 200 kilowatts
Трехфазную установку.
device.
И оно работало через
Just a moment. Sorry. I spilled my coffee. God! Nobody's supposed to disturb me at this time. I'm doing a video.
И все, нотариус даже внутри заминул коробку. Что там нифига не было такого. Ну, в смысле?
Аккумулятор.
Да.
Okay, I gotta go back with that because I
Заземлили.
don't want to lose that part. Oh, that's interesting. That part is interesting. Let's go.
Просто приносу дорогу поставили на стеклянную столб. Еще начали выступать. Потом предложили мне, давай, говорит, пойдем на остров.
Yes, he's talking about his trip to
Все
Ostrov.
говорили нет, я сказал да. Если я говорю сейчас с ними
Everybody was talking yes, and I said no.
не поеду на остров, скажут, что я аферист.
And if I don't go to the Ostrov, they will say that I'm a atheist.
Поехали на остров.
So we went to Ostrov.
Маленькую 10 киловатт, трехфазную.
And we have made 200 kilowatt of power device.
Через нотариус, все, нотариус.
And they were talking, use notary public, don't go to the notary public. Now, in this form, you gotta understand that the regulation in Georgia are different than in western part of the world. Notarius or notary public does not really mean notary public. It means the law protection, no law protection.
Развернутую замену дорог, что там нифига не было такого. 10 киловаттную трехфазную установку, и оно работало через нотариус, все, нотариус развернутую замену дорог, что там нифига не было такого. Ну, в смысле?
Аккумулятора.
Да, да. Перешли на берег, заземлили.
Okay. So we connected. We used the battery to start it. We used the power, ground wire.
Включили все это, вот запись били, но просто они не дают эти записи сейчас.
Oh, God, that is difficult. I'm gonna repeat that.
Перешли на берег, заземлили, включили все это, вот записи били, но просто они не дают эти записи сейчас.
Well, from that, what I understand is the Tariel Kapanadze went to the Ostrov, his island. What do we mean by island? If anybody who is knowledgeable with Russian, I think I have a knowledge with Russian, very good one, but I did not understand it. And he says that he was able to achieve that device working, but they did not allow him zapis. Zapis means to record it. If I understand it properly, record it. They didn't allow him.
4 часа без остановки работало. Потом
We were working 4 hours without any break.
сами пришли и говорят, здесь, говорит, береговая охрана.
Okay, they say, take the security guards.
Могут быть проблемы.
And if you take, also, that means, I understand from that Tariel was under distress. He went to the place that he wasn't safe. And he knew that he has to do and perform something, but at the same time, he was afraid that they're gonna call for the security guards, and he's gonna have big problems.
Вы любите, говорит, а завтра продолжите. А продолжите хорошо, 50 километров от берега.
50 километров.
Самое интересное другое. Измерим силы.
Okay, I'm gonna go back to that.
Вы любите, говорит, а завтра продолжите. А продолжите хорошо, 50 километров от берега.
Okay, I'm gonna stop that video right now. It's 29 minutes so far that I have. I was allowed by YouTube to have longer video. So I'm gonna continue in the next one and try to be as precise as I can. But I believe this is the first video that actually is at the level that of my satisfaction. Thank you.